Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
What now? 180. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Guys.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got his man, it's Williams. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. That good for 19 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
We got this at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready. Rock it. That's it. Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, switch gears. Check. Hey, check 24. Step.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Patterson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go jet sweep here with Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Carr into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep. This is Carr inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Hustle, hustle.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go. Greystone, travel. 18, Gator.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
Hey, check one. Hey, Charlie. I got hit.
On first down, Patterson. And this one complete to Smith. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were catching, they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you.
Derrick Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they act.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr gives to Marshawn. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Carr, he's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Carr completes it. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55. Go.
To throw again, Patterson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing now is Carr. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr. This is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Slam. Check 99.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check the backer.
Now it's Henry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 34.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, While at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Back to throw. Patterson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Patterson. This will be caught by Brown. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 16. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Patterson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down, Tennessee.
Got it? 6. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey,
A first down carry for Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On third down, Patterson, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Markel Lee with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Running is Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the Raiders' big money man, the free agent tackle Trent Brown. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Patterson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
To throw on 3rd down, Patterson. The open man is Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
And the Titans first down.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's 2nd and 8. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl or Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them. This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Here we go. Check. Check hot route. Check.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. 2nd and 1. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. The throw complete here to Williams, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down from his linebacker spot. Vontaze Burfict with a sack.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps and allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the 2-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
Now a desperation. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams with time running out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and